had also expected a correction, a fall in vegetables inflation month on month. That has panned out, but is slightly bigger in magnitude than we would have anticipated. So I think that's where the big difference has come from. Because if you see the non-food part, there it is pretty much steady. For example, steady in the especially services. But if you see fuel, base effects are quite significant. For example, same time last year, we were running at about 10.8% kind of rise in the fuel and light segment. This month, we have seen a negative reading for the year-on-year number. So I think the biggest surprise 2 months back, the biggest upside surprise was on account of food. And I think today the biggest downside surprise has been on the food front, particularly perishables. And I think it certainly does help. First of all, food being looking good on the headline level. And at the same time, if you talk about high oil prices outside, I think the expectations are that it won't get passed on to the retail pump prices, which means food and fuel, which typically tends to impact inflationary expectations, that are not that much as a risk at this point. But of course, if you want to get granular, you would see that amongst the food segments itself, there are few components, especially food cereals as well as food pulses and products. So if you add these two, the weight is actually higher than vegetables. That has been gradually but consistently been rising. So I think while food tends to be very volatile, these components, while they rise, over a few months. They don't correct as fast. So I think that's where the official focus would be, I would think. And of course, we've also heard some speculation that sugar could be next, where some restrictions could be introduced. So if you want to get granular, I think there are some pockets of concern, but overall at the headline level, certainly positive reading as far as anchoring inflationary expectations go.